Good morning, everybody. So let's have a look at what the Dow's done. So, as I said yesterday, the one thing that was worrying me was the weekly Dickinson, and you can see how that has been respected again on the first day of the week. So we had a bit of a down day yesterday, and for all intents and purposes, there could still be more downside this week. So let's just drill down into the daily and have a look at what we have here. So the first thing you'll notice is that the Kijinsen, the red line, and the Tikinsen, the blue line, you can see our prices in between those lines at the moment. So that is very typical of range. Okay, so right now we have price in between those two. We are flat here on the cloud, okay, but with Chiku span we are just peeking through price here. Okay, ideally I want to see Chiku span through Tikinson, Kijinsen, and the cloud up in this area here for us to be truly bullish. So what I want to do here is just put in, we've got that level there, and I think we can just move that onto that pin bar. So this pin bar here, that seems to be the level that we need to focus on. Okay, and the other level we need to worry about is that one, the weekly Kijinsen, sorry, the daily Kijinsen, and I don't see anything else that we really need to take. We should probably just do that. So let's just make that blue, and let's get this one red. Okay, so those are kind of our lines in the sand for price action at the moment. Let's just drill down further and have a look at what we've got here. So you can see how we rejected the 200 EMA, so that was this purple line, and I'm going to show you now where your entry was. So I said to you the entry was around here. You needed to watch what was happening with price action, so you could have technically got in at the break of this bar here, or alternatively I'll show you on the lower time frame how you should have gone in. Let's just double check on the 4 hour that we don't have, there's nothing really here. So we'll go down to the 1 hour. Okay, so let's worry about how we should have got into this market for the short yesterday. So just so we're all clear, we would have traded the short off the 200. Why? Because we are below the cloud. Okay, when we are below the cloud, we are bearish. So we're looking for anything that lines up with the top of the cloud, which collaborates any other levels. So we had a 4 hour level here, we had a Brooks gap here, which wasn't closed. So this bar didn't close it, this bar didn't close it. It was closed on this one. We also had the 200 moving average here, okay, and that was on the 4 hour. Then on our daily, okay, the daily was the 100 EMA. You can see there's a 100 EMA and there was a 50 EMA there as well. Okay, so there are multiple levels at that turning point. Now, okay, let's just start with the 2 hour. So I've drilled down to 2 hour to see what is there here that we can use as a level. So there is a level as well. So this bar would have been a very good entry with a stop above there. So based on that, that would have given you an entry. It's 200 point stop loss. Okay, but if we just come down to the 1 hour, you would have seen, so this orange line is a 4 hour, but if you look here, here is another pin bar that drops down. So you would have drawn that in, okay, and then there is a flat cloud here, and you would have put that in. Right, now you've got 1, 2, and 3. You can see it almost got there, but you pretty much high probability trade that there will be a turn in this area. Okay, so you could have reduced your stop here. So even if you'd got in at this level, you could have used a 100 point stop loss quite comfortably. Okay, so that is just showing you how the short should have played out and run the short down. Okay, there were lots of scalping opportunities during the open, and if you were trading on the, let's say, 10-minute time frame, you can see you had similar price action bouncing off the 200 where you short, long, short. Okay, so just showing you that on every time frame you've got, if you're just trading off the 200, you're pretty much guaranteed for making some decent trades. Let's get back to the hour. I want to see what we've got on for today. So we do have not much. So the only thing that really is indicating for more downside is the fact that we've broken through the cloud on the daily. You can see how Chikuspan came through and then back in the cloud at the moment, and we've also had a crossover here. So your Chikunsen on the daily, which is this blue line, and Kijinsen, the red line, that is your line in the sand at the moment. Okay, so a break below here is going to mean a lot more downside. So what I'd be looking for is to see, and I can't see any real entries apart from this one here. So let's just add a line there, which is also the top of the cloud on the 4 hour. Okay, so any rise to this area here would more than likely be another entry for a short. So what you need to understand on this is we had a low there. We have now made a lower low. Okay, we had a high over here, and we have also made a lower high, and we've also had a high here, and that is a lower high. This is a lower high. So right now, across the lows, you have a downward trend. Okay, so you can see from the top left of the screen to the bottom right, we are heading to the downside. The only concern that we have at the moment is that this is the low and we haven't really created a new low. Okay, so what that basically means is we could be forming a triangle. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put that trend line in. Okay, I'm just going to line it up with all of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches there. Okay, and then I'm going to come back a little bit. We can probably come all the way back to that one. Okay, so there we have our triangle. Now I'll show you, just before we close off, I'll show you what else I'm looking at. So we do have a triangle here. So what I'm expecting is anything in this area is going to be short. Anything along this trend line here is going to be long. Okay, and you can expect a second move down. So this is the first move down. So you expect a bit of a pullback and then a second move down. And what I would suggest is doing this. And what you'll do is you'll see if we come back to test this breakout that I said there, you'll see that we'll be very close to this trend line. So anything in that area is short, and you're looking for a trip down to this trend line where another entry for long will be. And I think you're just going to trade between these two lines for now. Okay, so before we get off, let's just pull in Bill Williams. I just want to show you something that we have here, and daily. Okay, so when we are hovering in the middle of the Bollinger, and the middle of the Bollinger is roughly here. So let me just bring this in. There's a dotted line. Okay, so that dotted line there is the 20 moving average, is 20 EMA. So it's the middle of the Bollinger. So you can see how we are hovering in the middle. So we're hovering in the middle of the Bollinger Bands here. And while we are hovering, we are forming this triangle. Okay. Now, this is a classic breakout pattern that is forming. And you can expect upside, downside, downside. And it's just going to keep doing this. Okay. What you may find is that price just hovers right here on the 20 moving average on the daily and just stays here. And you can see how the Bollinger is coming together for a squeeze. If we just drill out here, you'll see even on the 4 hour, there's the 20 moving average, and we've got the weekly pivot there. We've got a daily pivot here, and you can see how the alligator is just going to sleep at the moment. So this is definitely consolidating for a break somewhere. Which way, wish I knew, but we'll have to play the price action as it happens. And if we just roll down to the hour on the Bill Williams, you'll see as well how we are interacting with the 20 EMA right now. And for all intents and purposes, this is just consolidating. So the swing between, the distance between the swing high and swing low is just getting less and less and less and less. Okay, so expect more consolidation today. Watch carefully for any levels. So any levels at the top here are worth of taking a short, and look for levels at the bottom and take your profit. Any longs from the bottom, same story. Just take profit as quick as possible. You probably got opportunity for 150 to 250 pip swings at the moment, and it's going to get less. So yesterday was a 360 pip swing, but it's going to keep getting less and less and less until we break one of these trend lines. Anyway, guys, hope that helps. That's the Dow. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Let me know what's going on, or give us a comment in the comments below. Thanks, man. Catch you later. Bye.